Oh, wow. That's disgusting. Check out all that pet hair. Oh my goodness. Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today I'm going to be checking out the Roborock E4 Robot Vacuum Cleaner. I did purchase this product myself, and any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product, you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in the video description. You can see the retail box and packaging right here. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the contents. Here are all the contents. First up, you can see we have our user guide and manual walking us through some of the key features and settings for our RoboVac. This does come with a 1-year warranty. They walk you through a nice product introduction with our power level indicators and what each color means. Then you can see we have everything that's included, as well as optional accessories. You can pair this with a water tank and mop cloth if you want, giving it even more functionality and practicality. Then you can see they walk you through all the features of the vacuum, the charging dock, how to install everything properly. QR code as well to download the Mi Home app to use the Wi-Fi and smart features of this vacuum. And then they have additional installation instructions if you have the mopping attachment. Again, that's an optional accessory for this vacuum. And then they walk you through some of the different cleaning features and its method of cleaning. And they have maintenance and care instructions for you. Again, step by step, everything's very thorough, highly detailed for you. They even have a troubleshooting section in case you run into any issues, FAQ section, and then additional maintenance information for you, and you can contact them on the back. They have all of their customer service and contact information for you. Next, you can see we have our charging base and power cable right here. So check it out. We have our charging contacts, indicator light up at the top. On this side, you can see where we plug our charging cable into. You can see the back side, the other side, and here's the very bottom. We have a lot of nice rubbery grip to keep it in place so it's not going to slide around when the vacuum drives up on the base to charge. And we have additional product information. Last but not least, we have the vacuum itself. Let's go ahead, let's look at that in more detail. So here's the vacuum up close from the top. Check it out. Everything looks great. I really like the black color and design that we have. We have our Roborock in a glossy black finish front and center. Our 2 control buttons, a navigational sensor up at the top. Then you can see right here, we can open up the top as well to reveal our dustbin. And we can go ahead, we can pull that out so you can see a nice clear dustbin, really easy to see if it's dirty or clean. And we have instructions right here so we can go ahead and gently pull this off to empty out all of our contents. And then we can just snap it right back in place. While it's removed, you can see the inside right there and what we're working with. And then to get it installed, it's as simple as just dropping it back in place and everything is all set and ready to go. Let's look at the vacuum from the side. So you can see we have some exhaust right there. You can see our navigational bumper. We still have the plastic on it. Here it is from the front of the bumper. And here it is from the other side. Make sure to remove this before use like we're doing right there. Now let's flip it over to the bottom. You can see we have a side cleaning brush right here. We have our charging contacts, omnidirectional wheel. You can see all of our cliff sensors. We have our optic eye navigation system. Then you can see our independent spring-loaded suspension right here for our drive wheels. And you can see our really nice brush roller right here. It's kind of a hybrid design between rubber and bristles. And we can go ahead, we can open this up if we need to remove it to clean. You can see what we're working with right there. So really easy to get access to it for any maintenance you may need to do. Then we have the Roborock logo and branding with additional product information down here. And last but not least, if you do want to get one of those optional accessories like a mop attachment, you can see where it's going to slide in and get installed right here on the vacuum. Now you can see we got the vacuum plugged in and charging. Let's go ahead, let's set it up within the Mi Home app. So download the Mi Home app. It's free and available for iOS and Android devices. Once you have it downloaded, you'll be at this home screen where you can view all of your smart devices. So you can see we have a couple other RoboVacs already set up. So in the top right hand corner, select the plus icon, add a device. And now you can see we have a couple different options here. So the first option, it's scanning for Bluetooth devices nearby. In this case, it didn't find anything. Maybe you'll have better luck there. But you can see we can browse and we can choose our item. So cleaning appliances, robot vacuum. Now you can see we have a bunch of different options to set up right here. So check that out. Look at every vacuum we have. So up at the top, we have some of our Roborock vacuums right here. So you can see there's the S5. We got to keep browsing. Maybe it's a little bit further down. Here it is, the Roborock E series. You can see it. Here it's in the top right-hand corner now. So let's go ahead. We can choose that one right there. And now you can see it's going to load. And we're prompted to press the 2 buttons on the front for 3 seconds until we hear a voice alert.
Wi-Fi.
Resetting Wi-Fi. There we go. So that's what we needed to hear. Let's go ahead. Let's confirm and select next. And now you can see we need to choose our Wi-Fi network. Once you have your correct network selected, go ahead and hit next. In this case too, make sure it's a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. That is the only network that this will support. Here's the next screen you'll be at where we need to go over and actually connect to our robot vacuum cleaner over Wi-Fi. So go ahead, choose go to Wi-Fi settings. So here we go. We're in our Wi-Fi settings, and there it is. Roborock vacuum just loaded for us, and we're connecting to it so we can go back into the app right here. And now you can see it's adding the device for us. It's already connected. A message has been sent to the device, and now it's working on connecting to our network. All right, it took a couple of seconds. Now you can see everything set up, and it's time to select our room. So we can add a room or choose one of the presets they have. So we're going to select living room. And now we can go ahead and select next. We can also rename the device if we want. We're just going to leave it as robot vacuum. Select next. And now you can see everything was all set up. So let's choose let's get started. Accept the terms. And here we go. We're now within the main home screen and app for our Roborock E4. You can see we have 36% battery and it's currently charging. Now let's go ahead, let's look at all the different settings we have within the app for our vacuum. So in the top right-hand corner, you can see we have these 3 dots that we can select to view all of our device settings. So first up, we have our vacuum settings right here. So check it out, we have a couple different modes. We can select a carpet mode if we want to basically get a boost to our clean with stronger suction power anytime it's on carpet. We also have a gentle mode as well for quieter cleaning. We can set our time zone, do not disturb mode with the schedule right there. Next, you can see we have our timer settings. So ensure the robot is connected to Wi-Fi to start it on a schedule. So we can set our schedule right here. So you can choose the start time, which days of the week you want it to repeat, and the cleaning mode, depending on performance, or if you want it to run a little bit quieter, you can choose 4 different options right there. So you can set your schedule. Next, you can see we have our voice and volume. So we can configure those settings as well. Then you can see remote control, so we can drive it with our smartphone. Then we have our cleaning history, so once it cleans, you can see a total breakdown here of all of your cleaning data. We have our maintenance options as well. This is really useful to know when it's time to conduct maintenance on your vacuum. We have customer service and contact information. We also have Find My Robot.
Hi, I'm over here.
So we have a prompt letting us know where the vacuum is.
Hi, I'm over here.
So that's great. Next, you can see device name, manage location. We can choose to share this device if we want with friends or family. Then you can see automation. So we could set an automation with additional smart products if we want. Firmware update, help and feedback. We have some additional settings right here. You can view your network info. And then we have our favorite setting. And then last but not least, at the bottom, we have delete device. Now we'll go back, we'll look at the rest of the settings here within the app. So up at the top, you can see our battery still charging 42%, and that's going up. We have our time and area as well for our clean. We have our dock button, so we can have it return to home. We can initiate cleaning right here, and we can also change our suction settings. So depending on the surface area, I would always recommend using the max unless it's too loud for you, or if you need to preserve battery life because you're worried it's not going to be able to clean everything without going back home to recharge, you could always do a silent or a balance to help with its power consumption. And then again, you can see with the clean right here,
Starting to clean.
it's going to take it right off the base for us. And then we can pause it.
Pause.
So you can initiate everything here, and then it can go back home to the dock. If it had left the dock, we'd be able to initiate that command. It would find its way back home and start charging. Now let's go ahead, let's let it finish charging, and let's try it out. Now you can see we got the RoboVac set up and it's cleaning. Watch as it goes back and forth in a logical cleaning pattern. And we have a nice air vent test right here too. So let's see how it handles navigating and driving up on the air vent. No issues at all as it conducts its turn and continues on with its logical clean on our hard floors. Now you can see what it's like for the RoboVac to clean on our carpets right here. Check out the lines. It does leave lines behind, which is great. I always like seeing those cleaning lines, very satisfying. Also, pay attention to the noise level right now of the vacuum. Currently, carpet mode is not turned on. So watch what happens as soon as we turn it on within the app. It's noticeably louder right now, which is great. So that's providing us with more suction power as you would expect. And we'll let it run for a second here so you can see the line that it's going to leave behind. And now let's turn it back off. And there we go. We have carpet mode turned off again. It works great with either setting. I would definitely recommend leaving carpet mode on if you obviously have a lot of carpets to clean with this vacuum. So now while the vacuum's cleaning, let's go over the different suction levels and settings that we have. So currently it's on max. That's going to be the loudest and most powerful. Now we've turned it down to turbo. There's definitely a drop in the noise level. Now we've switched it to balanced. And you can see with balance, it's definitely even more quiet. And then last but not least, we have silent. And that is very quiet. So much so you could have this on in the same room as you're watching TV if you wanted. It's doing a great job of being very quiet. So our Roborock has finished vacuuming this room. Check out the beautiful lines it leaves behind on the carpet. Everything is nice and clean. So now it's time to test out the cliff sensors. You can see we're driving the vacuum up to the edge of the steps and it's unable to go any further. The cliff sensors are preventing the vacuum from going off the ledge right here. So watch what happens as we try to turn and drive. You can see same thing, doesn't matter if we're coming at the steps at an angle. The cliff sensors are working as you would expect, and it's going to prevent the vacuum from driving any further down the steps. Don't forget this vacuum is equipped with a return to home button you can physically press on the top of the unit, or if you're within the mobile app, you can press the dock button. So that's what we just pressed right here, and now the vacuum's going to work on locating its home base to return to home and charge. So it's lined up already, it's making its approach, and it will continue to finesse its way up to the charging base to make sure it's going to make contact so it can charge itself up. So check that out. It's doing a great job driving up and parking itself. So another feature of this RoboVac, if you're within the remote control settings in the Mi Home app, you can enable spot cleaning where it will just clean one particular area. So we just pressed the spot cleaning button. You can see it's activated the RoboVac, and now it's going to move around in a circular pattern, just cleaning one area, going further and further out until the spot is cleaned. You can start to see the circular pattern taking shape on the carpet right here. Moving in that circular motion, expanding as it goes. You also may notice it's cleaning every area within that circle as it makes its way out. It hasn't missed any of the carpet yet that it's moved along. In fact, it's doubling up on a lot of it too to make sure you have a nice and thorough clean. Moving in a circular motion, kind of making an elongated circle, so more of an oval shape. Say about 3 feet or so. in all directions. And there we go, it just completed the spot clean. Now let's let the vacuum finish cleaning and check out the results. All right, so now we finished our clean. Let's go ahead, let's check out the contents of our dustbin. Oh, wow, that's disgusting. Check out all that pet hair. Oh my goodness, did this pick up a ton of stuff? That's incredible, super disgusting. Let's see if we can gently, I'm probably gonna spill it everywhere. Just gonna try to gently see if we can open this up without dumping out everything, so you can really get a feel for what's inside there. Jam-packed full after just one clean and pass through the house. And a majority of that's gonna be pet hair, but I see some trash. I see a lot of crumbs, dirt, dust, and debris. So really thick and large items, sticks, grass clippings, leaves, all that stuff you would track inside, but also, if you look in the filter, really fine items and particles as well. So you can get a feel right here, real world results. This is what you can expect your contents to look like too when you use this vacuum to clean your house if you have pets and kids. And now let's flip it over to the bottom side. You can see our main brush roll right here. We have a couple of, carpet fibers and strands, that sort of thing. But not too bad, a couple of hairs. Obviously, you just got to keep an eye on that and continue to maintain and clean it from any obstructions or tangles. So that's pretty impressive. Now let's go back into the mobile app and look at our cleaning results. So we're back into the app. You can see at the top, we now have our previous cleaning statistics populated with our area and how much it was able to clean and the runtime. So 52 minutes, and it cleaned everything, went back home and continued to charge. So let's look at more specifics right here. So we're going to choose cleaning history. You can see our totals right here, 64 minutes of total runtime over the course of the vacuum's life, 70 square meters, 4 total cleanups. But 3 of those you can see right here, those were just accomplished while we were filming. So it will still make maps and everything for you. You can see our full cleanup right here where we just let it go and do its thing. So it cleaned 49 square meters in 52 minutes, and it makes a map of the whole area that it was able to clean. So this is the whole first story of the house right there. Very detailed. Obviously, you can see kind of got an island right here. There was a kid's toy on the ground, kitchen table and chairs right there. So it does a really detailed job making a map. Unfortunately, with this particular model, there's nothing else you can do with the map, but it is nice that we're able to still see the map right here, letting us know what it was able to clean during that cycle, which is great. And we got the check mark too because it completed the clean, which is really nice. So very detailed information within the mobile app, letting you know and learn more about the vacuum and what it's capable of doing for your environment when it's cleaning. So when it comes to choosing the right RoboVac for your needs, there's a couple of features you definitely want to consider. Most are very similar to each other in design and functionality, but they do have a couple of key differences. The first one is what sort of smart capabilities, if any, does your RoboVac have? The second thing is what sort of cleaning system is it using? So on the table right here, you can see we have 3 different RoboVacuum cleaners at 3 different price points. So our iLife vacuum is typically one of the cheaper vacuums you can find on the market today. Then we have our mid-range Roborock vacuum cleaner that's still very affordable. And then we move up to our premium robot vacuum cleaners like our iRobot Roomba J7 right here. And you may notice right away at the bottom, we do have those 3 different cleaning systems. So first up with our cheapest RoboVacs, you can see we don't even have a main brush roller. It just uses the side brushes to sweep everything in, and then it gets sucked up into the vacuum. That actually can work out really nice for you if you have really hairy pets or people living in your house and you don't want to deal with the brush roller getting all tangled. You may enjoy this style better, but I would say they don't clean as well with dirt, dust, that sort of thing. But they do a good job sucking up hair and other content still. But again, this might just be the most convenient route for you because it's most affordable and you don't have to worry about maintaining the brush roller down here. Next up, you can see with our Roborock, we have a nice cleaning system that gives us are kind of our hybrid brush roller. So you can see we have our bristles and we have some rubber on there as well. This works great on carpets and hard surfaces. And if we do need to clean it, because you can see we have some hair right here, we can either pull it off or we can just open this up and use some scissors to cut all the hair and fibers away. And then lastly, you can see with our premium model from iRobot, we have the AeroForce cleaning system that actually has 2 rollers. And again, it's got a self-leveling design similar to what we have with our Roborock, but this one only does basically our up and down. This does up and down and left and right. So giving us a nice thorough clean. And you can see we never get any hair really ever stuck on this 2 roller system that doesn't have any sort of bristles on it. It just has your rubber.